Ask a Private Investigator show. Today we're talking about surveillance, how to optimize results in surveillance-related activities by creating a really good plan when it comes to scheduling, workup, profiling before you even take to the streets. So, Dad, maybe give the viewers a sense of some things that we do typically internally in a pre-surveillance workup to make sure that we're optimizing our chances of getting really good footage, optimizes our chances of getting the person active, and what's being done in our offices before we even take to the streets.
Absolutely. Well, it's very important. Tim said it's very important to come up with a plan. So the first thing we'll do is run some database searches on the subject to make sure that the address that we were given by the client is the correct address. We will run the driving record for a description and also for any vehicles that the person was cited in with license plates, so we can run those to come up with a car. And then we can run an alphabetical search to the DMV for any cars registered to the person at that address. It becomes very important when you're out in the field to know not only the description of the person, but hopefully you'll have a car that he's driving, because you don't know what the setup's going to be when you get out there. Is he living in a single family home? Is he living in an apartment? Is he living in a large apartment? So if you have the vehicle, it becomes very important when you're out in the field for the field investigator to know that information. Then we also check social media to see if there's any posts about where the person has been or might be going, or their interests, or list any type of employer. A LinkedIn profile to also find out what they list as their employer. This will give you an idea whether you're going to do a weekday surveillance or a weekend surveillance. Other things that we do in a pre-surveillance workup that gives us an idea of when we're going to work it, how we're going to work it, and the best way to work it.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think that by doing that, we can determine, like my dad said, set up time for weekends or weekdays, optimizing our chances of getting documented activity of what's important in that case. So if it's employment, we want to make sure we get them going to work. If it's physical activities, it's them doing things outside the house that could show their activity level and so forth. So before you engage in a surveillance investigation, it's a great idea to follow some of these tips. If you have any comments for us or questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. And if you have a question you want answered on a future episode, please let us know. Thanks.